I thought I'd do a little video of my docking bay so everybody can see what's in it. I've been playing No Man's Sky since it got released, and obviously that's for quite a while, and I've managed to accumulate a pretty cool fleet of ships, and I thought I'd share with you guys. You see here, I'm basically approaching a freighter, which is called the Götterdämmerung, which is a good name for a scary looking ship like this, if you ask me. So let's dock and let's take a look what we got. By the way, I'm flying the original pre-Pathfinder ship, which I don't have anything because it's got 48 slots. 48 slots. It's a great ship. It's still with all stuff. I kind of like the look of it too. So let's take a look at let's take a look see what else we got. So I tried to kind of make this somewhat practical combination of ships with one frivolous component to it, but you know, you gotta do something. So let's start out with this guy. This is my most prized fighter ship. It's a S-class, 38 slots. I didn't really name it yet. Take a look at this thing. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, this is the kind of ship where I'm kind of planning to make a poster for it. Like, you know, it's the Yamato S-17 for when you absolutely, positively have to kill every single motherfucker in the system. This is your ship. But this one, never gonna get rid of. Most amazing ship ever. It also has absolutely killer looks. I mean, take a look at this thing. It's just perfect, right? Color scheme, triple engine, sight forks, little wings. It's just perfect. I wouldn't change anything. I love it. Love it. All right, moving on. What we got here. This is my original pre-Pathfinder ship that I was talking about. We were flying and approaching my freighter in it. I just always thought it looked really cool. I don't know why. I like the color. I like the symbols written on it. I just think it's a really good looking hauler, and you know, it's C-class, but it's got like these extra thrusters right here. C-class, but you know, 48 slots, you know, practical. I kind of want to have a little storage here on board, and this freighter is a 31 slot freighter, and I'm not going to upgrade it until freighters get more of a purpose in this game. So for now, storage is kind of important to have it in various ways, so some big haulers here will definitely help that. Next up, meet the ugliest ship in my collection, the Orion. I actually got this ship yesterday. It's ugly, but you know, it's got 48 slots and it's class A, so it's pretty cool. You know, it does have this air conditioning look, but for an air conditioning ship, it's got something to it that I kind of like. So I figured, you know, 48 slots can't be wrong, so let's get it. That is the Orion. Alright, let's go take a look at the other half of my fleet. Here we go. First up, we have, I really like this guy. This is the Magellan. This is my Explorer. It's S-class. And what I've done, I have another video about this. I have placed the warp drive in this T-shape with the Theta one basically touching everything, all three of them, and that resulted in the absolute maximum travel distance. This baby has a 2706.8 light year range. I mean, that is pretty cool, right? I mean, it doesn't really get much better than that. A little bit maybe, but I'm good with this one. I'm gonna keep this. It's got maximum shields too, so if I warp into some system with nasty people, then you know I can take a punch. Alright, let's take a look what is left. Now, this ship is what I personally think the absolute best looking hauler I've ever seen. It's got these, what we call in the hub, we call it active cargo pods. As you can see, it's kind of like a force field sort of thing going around it. Other than that, the ship has a really cool color scheme, if you ask me. And last but not least, it's asymmetric, and I think that makes it even more badass looking. We've got this unit here with some equipment, and it's an asymmetric ship. So I call it Stevie Rose. It's just beautiful, and that's why I named it after my daughter, who is also named Stevie Rose. So look at this thing. This is just amazing. I mean, I got this ship quite a while ago, and I was so excited to have it. And this is still like one of my favorite ships here. This is so cool. Never gonna get rid of this thing. All right. Last but not least, the most recent acquisition. I present to you the original Irasamama S36. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. And almost exactly like the original that we started our game with, except this one is completely re-engineered from the ground up. It's got a new active air intake, you know, for fast atmospheric flight. But other than that, I mean, look at this thing. It's gorgeous, right? It's white with mostly blue accents. And yeah, I just love this thing. I love it. And I made a promotional poster for this thing in Apple style. I'll link to it in the description of this video. You gotta see that, and you gotta go get yours. I have not been able to locate this thing in S-Class. I tried and tried and tried. I looked at least 100 of them. Didn't find it, so I settled with this A-Class. Still pretty good stats. This isn't really that far off from my S-Class fighter. And for only 19 slots, this thing has a pretty decent slot layout. I'm not going to put any hyperdrives in here because I don't need to do that in a fighter with 19 slots. So I'm in the process of getting it all the 4 shields. There's 1 left. I gotta kill some sentinels to do that. All the pulse engine and photonics, there's 1 left. And then the rest is gonna be photon cannon related things. And then I think I'm gonna keep like these 3 slots left for to carry some iron and, you know, some stuff to refill your shields. So that's it. It's my docking bay. I think it's pretty cool. I worked pretty hard on acquiring these things. It costs a ton of units, I can tell you that. This stuff is very expensive. But yeah, I think it's a really cool fleet that I got here, and I hope you agree, and see you again soon.